everyone, loads and loads of demands for this one. Okay, so it is Alu Parathas, the best breakfast, brunch, lunch, even dinner to be honest. Right, here we go. We need atta, so this is just normal chapatti flour. It is different, although it's a whole wheat flour, it is different from plain flour, so you need to ensure that you have chapatti flour for this. So chapatti flour into a bowl with some oil, like so, and then a pinch, just a pinch of salt, and then all you need is water. And you need to start by using your fingertips, and then as the dough starts to come together, incorporate the whole of your hand in the kneading motion. So here we go. This is how you make atta DIPNA style. Now, by now you probably know I like to do things quite quick. So even my atta making is quick. So I'm adding a little bit of water. It's lukewarm water, by the way, so that is perfect. All right, some more. Oops. Right, and then it's going to start to come together. What you also want to do is save about 2 tablespoons of chapatti flour just for the rolling out. Get that in as well. Okay, right. And now, even though this has no proving agent in it, you still need to leave the atta, or the dough I should say, to rest once we've made the dough. So now I'm just going to knead that. Right, so that's taken me about 2 minutes, and the dough is just about coming together. So I've been using my muscle, and what I'm doing is just wiping the dough on the edges of my bowl. And the more you knead this, the better the texture of the pranteh or the roti, depends what you're making. And what I'm doing is just using my knuckles and folding over like this. And resting is very important. So I'm going to leave this for a good 30-35 minutes. And in the meanwhile, I can get my aloo on to boil. That's a nice, soft, bouncy dough. Perfect. And what I'm going to do actually is just turn it into a ball like this. And so by the end of this, if you've done this correctly, you should have a nice clean bowl. You should have a nice clean hand as well. As you know, I used one hand for the kneading and held the other onto the bowl to hold the bowl still. So that's perfect. What I'm going to do, just round that, and I'm going to leave it on this board, cover it, and put that out the way whilst I get my aloo on. Atta resting. Now potatoes. So I've washed potatoes here, and I'm just lowering them into my water, switching on the heat to a medium to high heat. And now I'm boiling the potatoes until they are perfectly cooked. And once they are done, I will be back and show you what the next step is. So my potatoes have been boiling for about 25 minutes. I've just cut through one of them, and they're cutting through quite easily. That's just telling me your potato is cooked perfectly. It took about 20 to 25 minutes. What I want to do now is switch the heat off. I'm going to strain these, and then I'm going to leave them to cool. Now, if you want to quicken the process, what you can do is leave them running under some cold water just to cool them a little bit quicker. But if you've got some time, then just leave them, strain them and leave them to cool. And then we will peel them. Okay, so my potatoes are at a good temperature, and what I'm doing now is just peeling off the skin as well as I can. So let me go ahead and take the skin. You can either use a knife or you can use your hands just to peel off the skin. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Right, I'm on my last one. I normally get asked the question as to why you boil potatoes with the skin on. It's just so that the inside of the potato retains that nice fluffy texture if you keep the skin on. If you don't want to keep it on, you want to peel the potatoes and then boil them, that's also an option, but the texture is fluffier if you do it this way, Mum says. Okay, now all I need to do is, my potatoes are all peeled. This is another secret that Mum has let me into. So if you grate the potatoes, and they're not cold, they're warm, and apparently the warmer they are when you grate them, the better the texture of the actual potatoes. So you can mash them, but again, grating is a secret, and it just gives a nice texture to the stuffed paratha, the potato inside the stuffed aloo paratha. So just grating all my potatoes. Right, lovely grated potatoes. Now it's time to flavor and spice these up. Right, here we go. So firstly, special brilliant garam masala goes in. A little bit more. There you go. Also need some coriander powder to give it a nice earthy, warm flavor and taste. Now this is a secret. This is garlic granules. So if I just show you, and that flavor will come through when you eat your parathas. Trust me, it's a game changer, that one. And my mum's secret ingredient in the parathas is a little bit of lemon juice for that nice tang. Some green chili, so fresh chopped green chilies, finger green chilies in. And it depends how spicy you want these. I'm also going to add some red chili to this as well. Coriander for a nice fresh zesty taste as well. And then I need some salt in here for flavor, and some red chili as well. So green and red chili combined. That should be perfect. Now, as the potatoes are quite warm, this is going to mix really well together. You can do this mixture if you like a day in advance. I normally do it before I'm about to make the parathas on the same day, just so that they taste even more fresh and full of flavor. So I am just mixing my potato together. So like I said, you don't have to grate. You can mash using a potato masher, but the texture, the grated potato, like even my mum says, it just makes all the difference. It really does. And you'll know once you have these parathas what I mean by that. Okay, that is actually perfect because all the ingredients are combined well together. Just I'm telling you, that garlic does the trick. That is really yum. That doesn't even need, and it actually might need tiny bit more red chili because my dad likes spice. He likes mircha. Okay, that is perfect. Right, now only one thing left to do. Roll and fill my parathas and then cook them. Are you ready? Here we go. So let me show you how to make stuffed aloo wicked pranteh. So my dough. So let me show you how to stuff a paratha. So you've got a dough ball that size, and you need another one about the same size as well. Now there are two ways to stuff parathas. You can do it this way, where you make two dough balls, stuff one of the discs and put the other disc on top of the other, or you get a big dough ball and then put the filling into that and then seal it up. I find it a bit hard that way because my hands aren't very big, so I prefer this way. This is the way Mum does it, and I just prefer doing it this way. It's much easier for me. So what I'm doing is I dipped it into my atta, sukka atta, chapatti flour, plain, and just pressing down the edges of the disc with my fingertips, doing the same to this one. Dip in there and then pressing down like this. And then what I want to do is just roll out this one to about a small coffee plate size. Yep. And do the same with that one as well. So two discs the same-ish size. Okay, now let's get filling. So you get some potato mixture, put into there, like this. And then what you do is you close up that one and you just press down gently. So you're closing the edges, you're sealing the edges rather, and you're also spreading the aloo filling all over. Turn it around, and that way you can try and make them the same kind of size as well, both the dish. So that's perfect. So I'm going to sprinkle some atta on this side and a bit more sukkata on this side, and I am now ready actually to roll out like this, and the filling will begin to spread evenly inside of what will be a paratha. So you can see that it's sealed really nicely, and I don't want the middle too thin and I don't want the edges too thick. So just turn that around like this. So practice, guys, makes perfect on this one. You can see how the filling has spread evenly inside of the paratha. That is actually perfect. What size do you make stuffed paratha? Depends what size your tava is. Okay, this is perfect actually. Yes, let me show you what we've done here. Perfecto. And that is ready to fry on the tawa. So I have 3 parathas. Now you can roll and make them at the same time, or you can do like 3 or 4 and then do them afterwards, but it's good to actually make them at the same time, so roll and then make them. So that's what I normally do. Right, my tawa first of all is nice and hot, so really important to remember your tawa needs to be nice and hot for paratha. So put that onto here. Oh look, perfect size. And what you need to do on this side is firstly half cook on one side, half cook on the other side, and then turn it over before you start applying any butter or ghee. I'm using ghee today. And I mean, there's a lot in the news now and a lot in the media about ghee being a good fat for you and having lots of good benefits for you. Of course, not eaten in huge amounts, but a little bit of ghee is not going to do any harm. So just cooking on one side, just take about a minute or so. Okay, just checking if it's cooked on that side, half cooked. Yes, it is. I can see the brown dots. So when you see the brown dots, that's the giveaway that it's cooked on that side perfectly. And actually this side is ready for some ghee. So just start slowly applying. You should only be applying the butter or the ghee once the paratha is half cooked. Do not apply butter or ghee to your kacha paratha. So guys, you can see the other side is also ready for some ghee. There you go. What I'm going to do is apply some ghee onto this side as well. So oopsie, that's a bit too much. Okay, there you go. And just all over. Like I said, it doesn't have to be ghee. You can use butter or you can use oil. I know some people use the spray oil as well. That's also perfect if you want to use that. Just up to you. Okay, that's got enough ghee on there. And then, so this is not one of the healthiest breads. I mean, paratha are not supposed to be healthy. I mean, it can be, you can substitute, but come on, paratha once in a while for a treat. Has to be done, huh? Okay, that is actually really, really yummy. Let me show you. Cooked perfectly on both sides. Okay, I'm going to get that off onto my plate. There you go, see? That is cooked. Perfection, look at that. And before you put the other one on, what you want to do is just clean your tawa like this. And get your other one on as well. Start your second one. And that's how easy and simple it is to make aloo wale parathe. Naughty, but absolutely yummy. So I hope you have enjoyed my recipe. I'm going to go ahead and make some more aloo wale parathe. In the meanwhile, you guys stay safe and stay healthy. I'll see you really, really soon. Bye.